everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to continue on with our little Sniff Session series where we are going through the 2022 Fall and Winter Scentsy catalog and sniffing our way through each and every category. I absolutely love doing this. Gives us a chance to not only sniff through and experience the new fragrances this season, but also revisit some old favorites or maybe some that just didn't catch your eye or your sniffer before. This is just something I've really enjoyed doing each and every season with you guys, and I hope you have found it helpful because this is something where hopefully me giving you my personal opinion and my take on how some of these things perform and how some of these things smell might be a little bit easier than just going off of a scent description. Ultimately, that's still what you're doing based on what I'm telling you, but sometimes it's a little bit easier if someone else is telling you like the different types of notes and things that they pick up, or if you like this, then you'll like that type thing. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We are kind of coming up to the end here. We only have a couple categories left, but today we are going to be sniffing our way through the fruity category of the Fall and Winter 2022 season. There are 15 fragrances to talk about and sniff through, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first scent we are going to talk about is Autumn Road Trip. And Autumn Road Trip is one of my favorites. It's like the perfect start to fall scent in my opinion, because there is just something so fresh about this. It's fresh, but it is fruity. I do think that I think that this could go either way, that this could be in the fruity category or fresh, either way. Totally agree with it, but this just, there's a woodsy note to this. There might be apple in here. Really, really nice. And just like I said, there's just something so fresh about this and so like start to fall in my opinion. So this one is described, Autumn Road Trip is described as take a tour through crisp harvest apple, just picked Anjou pear, and a forest of towering silver oak. So I absolutely agree with that scent description. It is just, it's so nice. And like I said, it's fall fresh. That's like the best way I can describe it. It's fall fresh. You can almost smell like fall leaves almost. There's an earthy element along with the like apple note here. That's just so, so nice. So Autumn Road Trip, gotta love it. Next one is Berry Blessed. And this one is the perfect fruity scent. This is so perfect for fall and winter. It's your like winter fruity scent in my opinion. So nice, it's sweet, it's tart, and I just love this. So this is described, Berry Blessed is soft vanilla and cranberry sprinkled with sparkling sugar is pure bliss. Now, what I want to say, because there are some people who don't do vanilla scents, that's not me, I love me a good vanilla scent, but there's plenty of people who are like, nope, cannot do a vanilla scent. This, I don't pick up the vanilla at all. This is sweet and tart. I do pick up the cranberry. Sparkling sugar is just adding some sweetness, but really it's like, it's sweet and tart and fruity. You really don't pick up the vanilla in this. At least I don't. I don't on cold. I don't when it's warming. I think it's just a really good fall and winter fruity scent. So love it. Okay, next one is a new release and it is Black Currant and Plum. And this one, I will say, it smells really, really good on cold. I love this so much, but performance-wise, it did nothing for me. I had this warming. I would have changed it out, honestly, as soon as it pulled out because I just couldn't smell it when it was warming. Really, really a nice scent. I love the sweet plum scents, those like fall plum scents. I live for those scents, but I just could not smell this like at all. So womp womp there for performance, but Black Currant and Plum is described as dark plum and wild black currant, emboldened sweet apple for a temptation you won't want to resist. And so I do pick up that plum, definitely. It's so funny because I don't typically do currant scents, but I really, really like this. And the apple is adding just another sweet element. But it's, oh man, it's so nice. It's just so weak. It's so weak, at least in my house. So I don't know. I do still want to order some bars. And since this is a new release, maybe let them sit and let those fragrance oils cure for a little bit longer and then maybe warm them in a couple of months and see if that helps. I don't know. But Black Currant and Plum is new this fall and winter season. Next one is a Scentsy staple and one that I feel like pretty much everyone can enjoy, and it is Black Raspberry Vanilla. This is just, like I said, it's just such a staple scent. It's very like Scentsy basic, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I say this because like this is a good like type of scent to keep on hand for like gifts or things like that, because this is universal. Pretty much everyone and their mother and their brother will enjoy this scent. I really like it. It's exactly what you would expect. Black Raspberry Vanilla. It's sweet, it's tart, it's smooth, it's fruity, and it's delicious. And this is a good performer as well. Also, fun little side note for you, if you have stained warmer dishes, pop some Black Raspberry Vanilla in your warmer dish, warm it, enjoy it. When you remove the wax, it'll remove the stain along with it. That's your free tip of the day. So Black Raspberry Vanilla for the fruity collection. Okay, next one is Bright Cider Life. Oh my goodness, you guys. So Bright Cider Life was actually a part of our Harvest collection a while back, and oh, I am so glad that Scentsy made this a regular scent for the fall and winter season. It absolutely goes into my club for the spring and summer season because it is so good. It is so good. It is unique, and it is, oh, it's delightful. It's pumpkins, it's apples, and there's like this really unique, woodsy, earthy note to this that is just so good, and an amazing performer. Absolute amazing performer. Love this. There's nothing else like it, and I can't live without this. So this is described. Bright Cider Life is spiced Harvest cider, comes to life with luscious pumpkin and a slice of red apple. I absolutely agree with that. I don't know why they don't say that there's any wood notes in this, but I absolutely pick up an earthy, woodsy note to this that I love. I really, really love this. It just adds like a whole different like fall element to this that I just, oh, it's so good. Bright Cider Life. Ooh. Okay, this is gonna be hard to pick my top 6 here. Okay, next one is Caramel Apple Craze. And this smells exactly like what you would expect. It is sweet, it is rich, it is appley, it is ooey and gooey and caramelly, and it's so good. It's exactly like what you would expect. You can almost taste the caramel apple. It is delicious. I love it. So Caramel Apple Craze is creamy golden caramel, sweet red delicious apples, and whipped vanilla invite you to be a trick-or-treater again. They hit the nail on the head with this one. So good. Also, another amazing performer, powerhouse right here. So Caramel Apple Craze. All right, so moving right along, we have Fairy Tale Pumpkin. This one I'm a little bit surprised by because this one was a previous scent of the month. It's not really my cup of tea, but it's not my cup of tea. It's different. It's a different kind of pumpkin scent in that there's like this black licorice note to it. I mean, I know that when I had smelled this on cold for the very first time, I was like, oh, this is different. And then I know when I warmed it, I did, no pun intended, but I warmed up to it, but it's not one that like I ever crave or anything. Like it's definitely like if I have it, I'll warm it, but I'll be looking forward to changing my wax again. Not that like it's something I dislike. Does that make sense? Like you can appreciate it for what it is, but it's just different. And not that different is bad. It's not bad. It's just that I think it's the black licorice that just kind of throws me off a little bit. Anyways, Fairy Tale Pumpkin, an epic fantasy of harvest pumpkin, midnight black raspberry, and a whisper of black licorice. It is not a whisper. That black licorice is there. Hello, I am here. Fairy Tale Pumpkin. Okay, next one is Johnny Appleseed. You can't go wrong with just a good old Johnny Appleseed scent. This is it's just apples. I love this, and Scentsy does a really good, really authentic apple scent. Like you can almost smell the rind. It's so good. Oh, so good. I love Johnny Appleseed and all of the things, and wax and cleaning and literally all of the things. It's just such a good basic apple scent. And I'm not saying basic in a bad way. I keep on saying basic, but it's not a bad way of saying it. Like if you want apple scents, but maybe you're sensitive to spice, this is going to be your apple scent. This is so good, and it's just the apple that's shining through. So Johnny Appleseed is just picked Macintosh Pops with apple peels and a hint of crisp pear. So I don't really pick up the pear. It really is just apples to me, but it is juicy and delicious, and I love it. So Johnny Appleseed. Okay, next one is Orchard Apple and Spice. So for my friends who love a good apple spice scent, this is gonna be the scent for you. So really good apple spice. That's what it is. It's an apple spice scent. Really nice. I have yet to actually warm this one, so I'll have to let you know on performance. But Orchard Apple and Spice is an autumn treat of ripe orchard apple, is complemented by bright cherry and a finishing touch of warm spice. That's so interesting. And I know we actually already talked about this in the new releases, but I don't really pick up a ton of the cherry. I really don't pick up a ton of the cherry. So it'll be interesting if the cherry comes out when it's warmed, so I'll have to let you know. Okay, and next one, which is another new release, Perfect Day. This is so nice. This is a pear potpourri. I know that doesn't like sound super appealing, but it's so good. It's so good. It's not like an authentic pear scent. So we're talking about how Scentsy can nail the authentic scents really well. This is not an authentic pear scent to me. This smells like a pear, like dried out pear, not in a bad way, like good. And like there's some earthy elements to this that just makes me feel like it's pear potpourri. And I love it. Love it. Perfect Day. Autumn pear mixed with spice syrup and a spirited splash of bourbon. I don't pick up any bourbon from this. It's just pear potpourri. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I absolutely love this. So there is Perfect Day. Okay, next one we're gonna talk about is Pomegranate Prosecco. And this is a really nice one too. This totally reminds me of Dazzling Pomegranate, which was a scent of the month from several years back at this point, I think. There's just something so nice and light. So you get the sweet pomegranate, but then you have the like effervescence that you get from like a Prosecco or champagne or something. You can almost like smell that, like the bubbles, which is so crazy, but it's light and sweet and fun and really, really nice. So love me some pomegranate Prosecco. This is described as pomegranate Prosecco, delectable roseberry and pomegranate add an effervescent splash to a flute of pink Prosecco. So totally agree with that, 1,000,000%. Okay, next scent we're gonna talk about is Scarlet Sunflower. So this one I am kind of surprised that it's in the fruity category. I would put it in floral, even though I love this scent. I do pick up like an apple. I do pick up apple in this, but it really is more of like a fall floral that I love. Like florals, a lot of times you smell and you think it's a sweet floral that brings me to spring or summertime. And it's just, they nailed a fall floral with just like a little, gosh, the apple that I pick up is just adding some sweetness, and it's just kind of in the background. But it really is giving me like fall floral vibes, and I think they nailed it. But it's a bestseller for good reason. Scarlet Sunflower is juicy apple and a hint of red cranberry are brightened by a scarlet sunflower turning to face the sun. So I don't get the cranberry, I do get the apple, but it's really more of that sunflower that's just like shining through and gives it like all the fall floral vibes, and I love this one. So Scarlet Sunflower. Okay, next one, we just have a few more, friends. Next one is Tinselberry. And this one absolutely belongs in the fruity category. And it is really, really nice. This is cranberry. Oh gosh, it's so good. Cranberries. I think I get some strawberry in this too. It's just, it's such a good fruity scent. And then the thing that's kind of different about this, because typically your fruity scents, unless it's pumpkin or apple. Usually, like when we're talking this kind of fruity, there isn't any spice, but there's just a little hint of cinnamon in this that I actually don't hate. And I am very picky when it comes to like cinnamon or spicy scents. A lot of times it can become too aggressive very quickly. And for me, this just adds, I don't know, just some kind of, I don't know, holiday vibe or something. I don't know. It's so different though. So it's cranberries, strawberries, and I pick up, just like I said, just the slightest hint of like cinnamon. It's so good though. Okay, so let's see here. Tinselberry. And I totally hit the nail on the head with what I pick up in my sniffer. That's so exciting. Sometimes I'm like totally off and sometimes it's right on. So way to go, sniffer, at least for today. Tinselberry is strawberry and cranberry dipped in cinnamon and sweet sugar for a little extra sparkle. It's so good, you guys. It's really, really good and different for a like fruity scent. So Tinselberry, really, really good. Next one is Very Merry Cranberry. And this is just your traditional like berry scent. It's cranberries. It's just all a whole like berry concoction. And there's no spice in it. There's really nothing else. It's just a good like red berry scent. Really, really nice. So Very Merry Cranberry. This is described as lush. So Very Merry Cranberry is lush red winter berries pop against a backdrop of snow-covered cedar, creating a lovely winter landscape. I don't really know that I pick up the cedar in this. I don't. And even when it's warming, I don't. This one is a medium performer. It's really nice. But I just pick up the berries, all the berries. So Very Merry Cranberry. Okay, and last but most certainly not least, again, with a bestseller, we have Winterberry Apple Tea. And this one, I know we've talked about it a couple of times at this point, but I just love this scent. I love this scent in all of the things. It is so good. It is cranberry, it is honey, it is apple, it is warm, it is cozy, it's fruity, it's sweet, and it's delicious. And I go crazy for this scent. It's so good. Bestseller for good reason. Winterberry Apple Tea is winter tea cozies up to cranberry, apple, and honey. Ding, ding, ding. 100%. They absolutely nailed the description. They nailed the scent. It's perfect. So, you know what that means. It is time. We have finished our fruity category sniff session. So, it is time for me to pick my top 6. All right, you guys, after much hemming and hawing, I have my top 6 picked out. This was actually a little bit harder than I was expecting. I love the fruity category and Scentsy does such a good job. So let's go ahead and talk about my top 6, not in any particular order. We have Tinselberry would definitely make my top 6. Johnny Appleseed, because you can't go wrong with just a good solid apple scent. Winterberry Apple Tea, you have to have it. Oh, one of my favorite scents for sure. Bright Cider Life, absolutely love this scent. It is so unique, so different. It's a powerhouse and I am here for it. So good. Next one is Scarlet Sunflower. This is just such a good fall floral and it's so different from anything else that I've ever smelled and I love it so much. And number 6, and like I said, this is not in any particular order, but Autumn Road Trip. Fall freshness, get out of here. It's so good. So good. Love me some good fall fruity fragrances. So there you have it. That is the 2022 fall and winter fruity collection of fragrances that Scentsy has to offer this season. Comment down below what your favorites are. This one, it was a hard day. I had a hard time picking my top 6, but I'm really glad that I don't have to only stick with 6 from this category. I can try them all out. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content. If you like the sniff sessions, be sure to like this video. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, be sure to hit the notification bell. That way you stay up to date with all things Scentsy. All right, you guys, have an amazing day and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.